I stepped out of the job site into a parking lot that looked like someone had erased my life with a giant fingers. My 2024 Corolla, the one I'd just paid off 3 weeks ago, the one that still smelled like the dealership's fake pine tree, was simply not there. I stood in the heat shimmer staring at the empty rectangle of asphalt like an idiot. I called my mom because that's what you do when the world tilts. Mom picked up humming. "Hey baby, you done for the day?" "My car's gone," I said. My voice sounded flat, like someone else was using it. "It's not in the lot." "Did it get towed?" A tiny pause, then the same tone people use when they tell a toddler the dog went to live on a farm. "Oh honey, calm down. We let Brian borrow it. He needed it worse than you right now." I felt the phone creak in my hand. "You let him borrow it?" "Yes. He has that interview tomorrow, and his last one got totaled, remember?" "Because he totaled it," I said. The words came out slow, like I was reading them off a card. "Lance, don't start. He'll bring it back once he's on his feet. You've got the work truck." I hung up without saying goodbye and dialed 911. "My name is Lance. 31. Roofer since 19. I'm the guy who shows up when the streetlights are still on, thermos in one hand, tool belt already creaking. Lower back cracks like bubble wrap every time I stand up straight. I'm the oldest, the one who fixes things. Leaking skylight at 2 a.m.? I'm there with a tarp and a headlamp. Rent short again? I pick up an extra Saturday and Venmo it before they even ask. That's who I've always been. That afternoon, I was finishing a strip mall re-roof, the kind of place with a vape shop, a cash for gold, and a church that meets in a former Petco. Sun was brutal, asphalt throwing heat back in my face. I walked out in my tar-streaked boots thinking about the turkey sandwich waiting in my cooler. My spot was empty. Just white lines and a crushed cigarette butts. I blinked twice, like maybe my eyes were lying. Walked the row. Nothing. No silver Corolla. No little crease in the bumper I kept meaning to pop out. No magnetic sign with my company logo. I clicked the fob. Silence. I even crouched like the car had shrunk. Mateo leaned over the parapet. "You good, boss?" "Fine." I lied, already dialing. Mom answered on the second ring, chipper as Sunday brunch. "Hey, sweetheart." "Car's gone," I said. "Completely gone." "Oh, relax. We gave it to your brother. He's in a real bind." The world went muffled, like someone stuffed cotton in my ears. "You gave him my car. He'll return it once he gets steady work. We're all helping each other right now." "Helping each other," I repeated. The words tasted metallic. "Don't be selfish, Lance. He's your brother." I ended the call. Then I called the police. I gave the dispatcher my name, my plate, my VIN. I told her it was stolen. I told her I did not give permission. She gave me a case number while the sun kept pounding that empty space like it had a personal grudge. People think roofers are thick until water's pouring through their bedroom ceiling. We measure angles, calculate loads, and we keep receipts. That car was the first thing I ever bought brand new. No duct-taped side mirror, no mystery check engine light, no praying it starts when it's 5 degrees outside. I drove rust buckets for 12 years, swapping alternators in apartment parking lots under streetlights, pouring in the cheapest oil when the good stuff was $20 more. I told myself I'd buy new once Mom's hospital debt was gone, once Brian's latest wreck was paid off, once I covered the hole when Dad's transmission blew. 12 years of sun damage baked into my neck, of tar that never quite washes off. I walked into the Toyota place with a cashier's check that felt like it weighed 50 pounds and told the salesman, "Base model. Nothing fancy, just something that starts every single morning." Family didn't cheer. Mom said, "That's an awful lot for a Corolla." Dad asked if I could swing by Saturday to fix his gutter. Brian sent a text, "Dope ride, bro. Mind if I borrow it sometime?" Brian is 26, charming when he wants something, catastrophic when he doesn't. 2 cars totaled in 3 years. First one he ran till the engine seized because the light's probably just a sensor. Second one he rolled on black ice because good tires are a scam. He walked away both times without a scratch and a new tale of how the universe hates him. He doesn't climb ladders. He flips sneakers on StockX and calls it entrepreneurship. When he needs 20 for gas, he calls me. When he needs rent, he calls Mom, who calls me. Always the same song. "Lance, you don't have kids. Lance, you make good money. Lance, family first." I helped. I helped until my own account gasped. Bought him tires, paid him pound fees, floated him cash for classes he never attended. Every time I thought this one will finally get him straight. Every time I was wrong. 2 months back, he let himself into my house with the spare key I'd given Mom for emergencies. Dropped on my couch like he owned it. Got a warehouse gig, good money. Just need wheels a couple weeks. No, I said. Come on, man. You've got the box truck for work. That car is mine. Paid for with my money. Insured with my money. Titled in my name. He left mad, texting the family chat that night. Mom, Lance, be reasonable. Dad, we raised you to share. Brian, guess some people forget where they came from. I muted it. Kept working. Storms came. Insurance claims rolled in. I stacked overtime and paid that Corolla off 6 months early. Took a picture of the satisfaction letter next to my coffee mug and just stared at it for a long time. Then came the empty space. First you feel stupid. How did I leave the spare key at their house? Why didn't I hide it better? Then you feel the violation, cold and sharp. I finished the chimney, flashing with hands that wouldn't stop trembling. Told Mateo to lock up. Took the company truck home. Walked straight to the kitchen drawer at my parents' place the next day. Spare fob gone. Title envelope slit open, empty. Mom was at the sink peeling potatoes. We needed the VIN to add Brian to your insurance temporarily. You added him to my policy? Just till he gets his own. Stop using big words like fraud. Dad sat at the table watching baseball on mute, pretending the room wasn't on fire. I went quiet. That scared them more than shouting ever had. I filed the report. Sent the insurance company a letter revoking permission for any other driver. Took screenshots of every text, printed the payoff letter, made a neat little folder the color of caution signs. Sunday dinner, I walked in and set that yellow folder beside the mashed potatoes. Brian smirked. You really going full CSI over a car, bro? Keys, I said. He leaned back. You gonna call the cops on your own brother? That's cold. Aunt Deb muttered about ruining a perfectly good meal. I opened the folder and laid documents out like tarot cards. Police report, text messages, insurance declaration page with only my name. The lien release that said paid in full. Lance Carter. Mom's face went blotchy. You're embarrassing us. No, I said. You embarrassed yourselves when you stole from me. The knock came right on cue. 2 comm wraps. Officers asked for Brian. Asked where my vehicle was currently located. He tried the wounded puppy routine. Didn't work when the report already had his name on it. We all walked outside. There sat my Corolla, parked crooked, company magnet half ripped off, burger wrappers on the floor mat, grape vape fog still hanging in the air. The officer asked me, Sir, do you wish to press charges? Mom whispered, Don't you dare. Brian folded his arms, daring me. I looked at the grease stain on my seat, at 12 years of yes flashing behind my eyes, and said, Impound it for evidence. I did not give consent. Brian's smirk died. Mom started crying. Dad looked like he'd aged 10 years in 10 seconds. The tow truck came. I signed papers. The car disappeared down the street on a flatbed like it was finally getting rescued. That night the family chat exploded. Accusations, guilt trips, threats. I didn't reply. I was busy changing every password they knew, removing myself from their phone plan, their streaming accounts, the pest control autopay I'd set up years ago. Mom, you cut off our Netflix? Me, you can add your own card. Dad, you made your point, son. Me, I'm still making it. Brian tried the trauma card, claiming I'd hit him when we were kids, and that's why he couldn't adult. I laughed so hard on a rooftop the next day, I almost dropped my nail gun. Weeks passed. Small, quiet victories. Tasha called from 3 states away, sent a simple text. I saw everything. I'm proud of you. Nobody ever said that to me when I left either. I started running at dusk. Knees screamed the first mile, then shut up. I slept without grinding my teeth. Dad showed up one evening holding his hat like a kid in the principal's office. Your mom's been crying nonstop. She'll survive. You don't have to punish us. I'm not punishing. I'm protecting. He left without another word. Mom's Facebook turned into vague posts about family turning their backs that got heart react from people who still use the praying hands emoji unironically. Brian rented a car, then couldn't pay, and somehow that became my fault too. I kept working, kept running, kept the yellow folder updated. Got the Corolla detailed until it smelled like new again. Drove it on a Sunday morning with the windows down and the road empty. Coffee in the holder that was finally, truly mine. Nothing dramatic happened after that. No tearful apologies, no group hug. Just quiet. Mom's calls got shorter. Dad fixed his own garage door and sent a picture without commentary. Brian still sends occasional rocket emojis when he's mad. I leave him on read. I eat tacos on buckets with Mateo and listen to his daughter's school stories. I fix widows' roofs for free sometimes and accept payment in banana bread. I keep my spare key in a lockbox only I can open. Guilt still circles some nights like a stray dog, but I let it sniff around and move on. Family doesn't trump ownership. Love doesn't cancel consent. Boundaries aren't punishment. They're the first honest thing I ever built that no storm can tear off. I lost a parking space and gained a backbone. I'm never giving that back.